Why do you read this as if it's Meghan Markle is back on making a cooking programme that no one has ever watched, right?
Yes.
And then we're all sitting...
He's not in it.
Yeah, basically.
But, did you hear?
No, I don't care either.
He doesn't like lobster.
Well, if that's the best we're going to get, here it is. This is what it's like.
These moments of discovery and beauty. Do you know who doesn't like lobster?
Who?
My husband.
And you'll marry him? But can I just say, there's no taste to lobster, really. You can't. There's nothing to lobster.
I just don't want to work that hard for my food. You know, you have to really crack and dig around.
No, that's a plan.
Nothing else of it, really.
But you can have all that rubbish they're standing eating there, and whatever the sort of stuff that you would throw up in your street and concoct. I don't mean like throw up as in vomit. But anyway, it's been across all of this. We go live to LA to find out the latest from her, and all the royal news that we do find from you because of your podcast and whatever, Kinsey. So that's excellent. But forgive my cynicism with this. I don't care about her, and I don't care about her cooking program. Does that make me really odd?
Being way too complicated. If I can't microwave it, I just don't find, that's too much effort for me. So, my big takeaway was Daniel, the makeup artist, survived Meghan Markle's bath salts from eating. And if you have seen some of the parodies online, Meghan did that Jamie Kern-Lima podcast a few weeks ago, maybe months now. Well, Jamie Kern-Lima actually appears in season 2 of Meghan's new show, along with Chrissy Teigen, along with Jay Shetty, and we also saw Tan France from Netflix's Queer Eye there. So season 2 of Would Love Meghan.
And we're being told this new Netflix deal is a downgrade to what they had before. What do we know about the details of this new deal? How does it differ from the first one?
Well, honestly, Ellie, I feel like it happened because when they got this huge deal, it was in the midst of the plague. We were all stuck at home watching TV, and Netflix was blowing up because everybody was signing up. Life goes on. We're all busy with doesn't continue to grow in the way that they were when they initially signed them. They have a first look deal, which basically means first dibs. So instead of Netflix cutting them a huge check to execute X amount of projects, from present ideas to Netflix. And if they like them, they might pursue them. And if they don't, they won't.
Do you think that
My Royal Sussex family, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in once again to the Royal Sussex Squad, the home where truth, fairness and love always reign over the noise, lies and hate. Today, we are diving into something truly beautiful, inspiring and, of course, predictably controversial in the tabloid world. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, being herself. Radiant, creative, full of joy and sharing her passion with the world. Yes, my friends, Meghan is back at it again with her Netflix series With Love, Meghan, which will officially return for its second season on August 26. Now, you'd think the world would celebrate this, right? A woman who has consistently shown creativity, heart and vision is opening up her home and her life to inspire others. But no. Leave it to the British press and the haters to call her cooking bizarre just because she used preserved lemons in a pasta dish. Can you imagine? We live in a world where Meghan Markle zesting lemons is somehow considered newsworthy, but only in the most insulting way. Let's unpack this, because I don't just want to report what happened. I want us to look deeper at what this all means, what Meghan is building, and why the criticism says far more about her detractors than it does about her. In this short Instagram clip, Meghan was filmed slicing garlic, zesting lemons and preparing pasta with her homemade preserved lemons. Now, anyone who knows anything about cooking knows that preserved lemons are not bizarre. They're a staple in Mediterranean, Middle Eastern and North African cooking. Chefs around the world use them. Foodies celebrate them. And yet when Meghan uses them, The tabloids twist their headlines into ridicule. That right there tells you everything about the bias we're dealing with. It's not about food. It's about finding any excuse to belittle Meghan. But here's the truth. Meghan is not just cooking, she's telling a story. She captioned her post. Cooking up more than pasta with homemade preserved lemons. So much goodness is coming soon. That is not just a teaser, it's a vision. Meghan is weaving together the things she loves, food, storytelling and community, and she's bringing us along for the ride. Now let's talk about the show itself. With Love, Meghan debuted earlier this year and was an instant hit, combining Meghan's love of food and entertaining with her gift for connection. In season 2, she's not only opening her kitchen but also inviting some incredible personalities. José Andrés, the humanitarian chef behind World Central Kitchen. Chang, a celebrated restaurateur and media icon. Samin Nosrat, whose Netflix series Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat touched millions. Claire Smith, Britain's only 3 Michelin-starred female chef. Chrissy Teigen, who's a powerhouse in her own right. And Christina Tosi, the brilliant founder of Milk Bar. Think about this lineup. It's extraordinary. These aren't just names pulled out of a hat. These are people who represent culinary innovation, resilience and storytelling. Meghan is not just cooking with them. She's curating an experience for viewers, an experience that blends food with meaningful conversation. That is power, that is influence, and that is Meghan's gift. And beyond the celebrity chefs, Meghan is bringing in her friends and collaborators, Radi Devlukia, Heather Dorak, Tan France, Jay Shetty, and her longtime makeup artist and friend Daniel Martin. This is community. This is Meghan saying, I want to celebrate people who inspire me, people who bring joy and wisdom into the world. That is the energy of season 2. Let's not forget, this series is happening alongside Meghan's growing lifestyle brand, As Ever. Earlier this year she launched it, and the products, rose wine, baking mixes, preserves, sold out instantly. That's power. That's market influence. That's what success looks like. And of course her critics don't want to talk about that. They'll ignore the sellouts, the positive reviews, the excitement. Instead, they'll zero in on lemons. Imagine that. But family, this is nothing new. Meghan has always been painted unfairly. Remember when she first shared her blog, The Tig? She was celebrated by millions but also mocked by those who couldn't stand a smart, stylish, ambitious biracial woman creating her own lane. Yet here she is, years later, doing exactly what she loves on a global platform. She hasn't changed her essence. She's just leveled up. And we need to see the bigger picture here. Meghan is not just cooking pasta, she is reclaiming narrative. She is showing the world what it looks like to turn passion into empire. Think about the timing, with As Ever, with her Netflix deal, with her podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder highlighting women entrepreneurs. Meghan is building an ecosystem. She's building community around food, wellness, storytelling, and empowerment. And what do the haters have? Mockery, insults, and desperation. They're sitting in the corner shouting bizarre, while Meghan is sitting at the head of the table creating. That is the difference. That is why she wins every single time. Now, let's also recognize Harry's role here. While Meghan is curating this lifestyle space, Harry is continuing his powerful advocacy through Invictus and his charitable work. Together, they are modelling something we rarely see in public life: partnership. This is a marriage where both individuals shine, where both have room to grow, and where both support each other's dreams. That terrifies Meghan's critics because it's the opposite of what they want the world to believe about her. The British tabloids would rather you think Meghan is a schemer, an outsider, a failure. But reality, cold, hard reality, is the opposite. Meghan is thriving. Harry is thriving. Their children are safe and loved, and their projects are flourishing. And all the lemons in the world won't change that truth. So as we wait for August 26th, and the release of Season 2, let's prepare ourselves. We know the smear campaigns will ramp up. They'll call the show boring. They'll attack the guests. They'll find something in the background of her kitchen to criticize. But at the end of the day, the ratings, the streaming numbers, the product sales, the community Meghan is building, that's what lasts. That's what matters. And I say this to Meghan's critics. Keep talking about lemons. Because while you waste your energy trying to twist something beautiful into something petty, Meghan is out here building a legacy. And we, the Royal Sussex Squad, will always see through the lies. We will always stand in truth. Now, my beautiful Royal Sussex family, let's support Meghan as she steps into this next season. Mark your calendars, August 26, Netflix with Love, Meghan. Watch it, share it, celebrate it. Because this is history in the making. Meghan Markle uses preserved lemons to make pasta dish in bizarre footage. With Love, Meghan will return to Netflix on August 26th for its second season. Meghan Markle has given fans a taste of what's to come from her growing lifestyle brand as she prepares to return to Netflix with the second season of her series With Love, Meghan. On Tuesday, the Duchess of Sussex posted a short clip on Instagram, showing her in the kitchen preparing a pasta dish using homemade preserved lemons. Meghan was filmed slicing garlic and zesting lemons as she captioned the video, "Cooking up more than pasta with homemade preserved lemons. So much goodness is coming soon." The post comes after confirmation that With Love, Meghan will return to Netflix on August 26th for its second season. Meghan Markle uses preserved lemons to make pasta dish in bizarre footage vertical bar, Getty, Instagram, via @Meghan. The series, which debuted earlier this year, combines Meghan's passion for home cooking, entertaining and personal storytelling with appearances from chefs and creatives. In the trailer, Meghan is seen welcoming a fresh host of guests to Montecito, where she lives with Prince Harry and their 2 children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Season 2 will feature contributions from chefs and personalities including José Andrés, David Chang, Samin Nosrat, Claire Smith, Chrissy Teigen and Christina Tosi. Friends and collaborators such as Radi Devlukia, Heather Dorak, Tan France, Jay Shetty and Daniel Martin will also join her in the kitchen. Meghan used preserved lemons to cook her dish, vertical bar Instagram and @Meghan. Across its 8 new episodes, the Duchess is expected to blend food and conversation, reflecting on themes of community, family and creativity. Season 1 of the show, which is still available to stream on Netflix, saw Meghan share recipes and host intimate discussions with guests in a house near her Montecito home. The series forms part of Meghan's expanding lifestyle and media portfolio. Earlier this year, she launched her brand As Ever, which quickly sold out of its debut product line, including rose wine, baking mixes and preserves. She also launched a podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, which highlights the stories of women entrepreneurs and innovators. For Meghan, the projects mark a return to the lifestyle space she has long been associated with, following on from her earlier blog, The Tig. The Duchess has increasingly framed her work around food and wellness, combining her interests in cooking and entertaining with a broader mission to celebrate community and cultural exchange. And as always, thank you for being here with me, for standing with Harry and Meghan, for choosing truth over noise. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can always drop a super thanks. It helps us keep bringing you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about our Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Until next time, stay strong, stay blessed, and remember, lemons are for flavour, not for foolishness. And Meghan? Meghan is serving the world a feast of love, joy and inspiration, whether the haters can stomach it or not.